Privacy gives you the upper hand because it helps you see people for who they really are. Okay? When you're private, people cannot cosplay a particular character for you based on what they know. People cannot put you in a box based on what they know. And when you're private, you'll be able to see if the person you're dealing with is narcissistic or not. Because people who have cluster B personalities, people who are disingenuous, social climbers, these kind of humans, they don't like when you are not giving them every detail about you. People who have motives don't like private people because you are hijacking their abilities to be disingenuous, right? Privacy protects you from people who are disingenuous because eventually they're going to start to pry, which you're going to figure out, or they're going to start asking other people private information about you. They're not going to be able to control themselves. People who fit those cluster of personalities. Me personally, I use privacy to see if somebody is disingenuous. The way that I use it is with my service providers. Whenever I'm going to get nails, lashes, hair, I'm working with a photographer, I never tell people about my online presence at first. And the reason why I don't do that is because I want to see if they have integrity. I'm scoping them out to see, is this person a disingenuous person or is this person genuine, right? Because somebody who's good at their job, they're going to do a good job whether you have a big online presence or not. It's cluster B, narcissistic, disingenuous people and service providers that treat people based on their online following. So what I do is I act like I don't have an online following, just a regular customer. I don't book from Your Level Up Guru at AOL. I don't book from that. I book from my personal private email. Okay. And I show up and I see how they treat me. And then when I do expose my online presence, I see how they treat me after that. And
if you don't resonate or align with my teachings, then my content is not for you. Avoid commenting, subscribing, or interacting. Instead, go to a page where you resonate. If you comment something foul, disrespectful, or like something foul or disrespectful, you will be blocked. I will also block you if you comment any contradictory to my message. I don't post for your agreement, so please think about that before you run and comment, I don't agree. Think about that. It doesn't matter. I post what I am led to post. Your agreement or okay was never needed. I don't need your permission. Let's get into it.
If they even for a second increase their professionalism or increase their customer service or increase their work ethic after seeing my online presence, I reject them. Why do I reject them? I reject them because you're a social climber. You're disingenuous and your character, you're not genuine. You treat people according to stuff like numbers and following count. You don't take pride in your work ethic. You don't take pride in what you do, because if you did, you would treat the girl with 5 followers with great customer service the same way you would treat the girl with 5 million followers. But because your craft is disingenuous and you treat people based, I get away from people like that. I don't like people like that. So that's the way that I test people's character also, is with my privacy. I don't tell them anything because I want you to show me who you really are. I don't want you switching up on me and putting on a different mask because you're trying to social climb, or you feel like, oh, this person has a big following. If they advertise me, I'm going to get more clients. Disingenuous people get caught in a massive web when a person is private because you get to judge them better. And when I say judge them better, I know you guys may say, oh, well, you're not supposed to be judging people. You can judge people's character. Yes, you should be a good judge of character because that is how you're going to create connections with people who are quality. You need to be a good judge of character. I had this issue. I'll share about it a little bit later on in the video where I had this one girl, right? It's easy to tell if women are cluster B, narcissistic, sociopathic, because these women like to social climb. And these women are always trying to attach themselves to who's hot and who's popular just to keep climbing themselves off. Meaning, for me, if I can't benefit off you, you're not benefiting off me, right? I do reciprocity in my life. I don't allow women to attach themselves to me where you benefit off me and I'm not getting any type of benefit. That's bad for business, right? So I was supposed to hang out with this young lady and she kept canceling on me. And then once she realized, or she came across me online and she saw I had a big online presence, she started, trying to push herself down my throat. So now you went from canceling constantly and snubbing me, and ditching me and ditching our plans to all of a sudden being in this haste to hang out with me. You're a social climber. You're disingenuous. You're not a genuine woman. You have a lot of narcissists. You're probably a female narcissist, because that is how narcissists operate. It's all about who makes them look good. It's all about who they can connect to increase their name and who they can connect to become more popular. I hate to say it, allegedly, that's why Beyonce never allowed Kim Kardashian close to her, because that family has a history of social climbing. That's why her and Jay-Z did not show up to the wedding. That family has a history of social climbing. They don't like it, and they want to avoid people like that because they work too hard to have you build a name off of them. I hate to say it, we saw what happened between her and Paris Hilton. Some people are social climbers. They're trying to spot who's the most popular, who has the best heart, who has the most experience with these type of men, with these type of women, and they want to attach themselves to you to build off of you. So when you're private, privacy protects your human experience because it gives yourself an opportunity to make sound, discerning, healthy judgments on people's character, okay? Privacy will always make you the oddball. Privacy makes you the math problem that cannot be solved. Privacy makes you the ginormous question mark in people's head. Now, why do people have such an obsession with finding out personal information about people? Well, the first reason why is because people have these ideals in their mind. They have these stereotypes in their mind. They have these boxes in their mind. And they need to know where to place you, where to fit you, right? And by you not sharing about yourself or being careful as to what you share, you are essentially tying their hands, right? I always say that humans have an obsession with control. It's that manipulation obsession that I talk about a lot, that humans have that problem. Humans are obsessed with controlling other humans. They want to control everything about you covertly, okay, or subconsciously. There's the word, not covertly. They want to control you subconsciously. So when you're private, you are not allowing them to place you in a category that they are going to judge you based on. Okay, they want to know, okay, is she single or is she married? Why do people want to know that? People want to know if you're single or if you're married. Oh, if you're single, I can weaponize the fact that you're not married against you. If you're single, and if you're single and attractive as a woman, I can say that you go after married men. I can make accusations that you want to steal people's husbands because you're single. Because you're single, and I know that, I'm going to make sure that you can't talk about relationship stuff to anybody because you're single, right? Now, if you're married, oh, she's married, so her husband must be, that marriage must be draining and boring now. Or she's married, so she's no fun. It's like people want to know things about you so they can treat you in specific ways, okay? And when you hijack that opportunity and you don't tell people much, or what I like to practice, I keep people on a need-to-know basis, meaning if you don't need to know something, I'm not going to tell you. If you keep people on a need-to-know basis, they are now in the dark. in the dark. It's like when people online and they ask me, oh, well, what's your nationality? And they have this obsession with finding that out. Why do they want to know? Well, one, they want to feel like they can lump themselves in with me if we're the same, if our families come from the same place. Again, it's to form some type of commonality. Two, it's to judge me based on that place. Oh, her family comes from here. That's why she's like that. Her family comes from there. No wonder. Like, people need info about you in order to classify you in whatever category they have in their heads, right? Because the biggest issue with humans is they don't allow other humans to be multifaceted. That's why bright stars have such a hard time, because people want you one way. They don't want you multiple ways. They don't want you having multiple abilities. They don't want you being multifaceted. They want you to fit into their box. That's why a lot of times when I say, oh, I'm a Christian, and people say, oh my God, yay, I'm so happy you're a Christian, I always tell them, please don't get excited, because you have an ideal in your mind of a Christian woman in a shower curtain and a bonnet, and I don't wear shower curtains outside. And I don't wear shower curtains at all. So whatever ideal you have in your mind of whatever, even if it's some hyper religious narcissistic ideal you have in your mind about how a Christian should compose themselves, you're going to try to put me in that box. And when you understand that people have these obsessions with boxing people in, you're going to keep information from them. Because by them boxing you in, they will start carrying themselves in a manner that is disingenuous. Okay. A good example of privacy. Why, when I go and I get makeup, hair, nails, or I work with photographers, why do I not tell these people that I have a big online following? Because I keep that private, because I want to know your character. Do you give everybody good service because you honor your craft? Or do you just give good service to people who have a large following? I need to know how you work. I need to know who you really are. So I keep that private. Yes, I do, because I want to know if you are a service provider that works with integrity. And again, when you keep things private, it forces people to be who they really are. They don't get the opportunity to cosplay with you. That's what privacy does. I shared this example of, I had a woman that I met, and she seemed cool, and she's like, oh yeah, we should hang out here and there. We should go and have like dinner or lunch or whatever. I said, okay. I mean, in my mind, I'm like, I'm not really into female friendships. I don't really, that's very risky for me, especially for where I'm going in my life. But hey, I'll give it a try. I'm good at pattern recognition. If anything's off with her, I'll be able to see it and get away from her in time. So why not? So mind you, this young lady did not know that I'm your Level Up guru. Didn't know anything about my online presence, nothing. The first time we were supposed to hang out, she canceled on me. The second time we were supposed to hang out, she canceled on me again. The third time we were supposed to hang out, she canceled on me again. The fourth time we were supposed to hang out, she wanted me to hang out with her in a group, which I think is highly awkward, very awkward, socially awkward, and very rude. If you don't know someone, it's not really appropriate for you to invite them out with you and 7 of your other friends. Because you got to get to know somebody one-on-one first. I think that that's what's appropriate, right? And then that happened. I didn't show up to that, whatever. And then I realized that she came across me online, right? She came across my profile online. I don't know if it was Facebook. She came across me online. And then it's like she had this fire up under her butt where it's like, hey, we should hang out. Hey, we should hang out. Hey, we should. And it just kept becoming more and more. And I'm like, what is her problem? Like, what is the urgency? What is it? And then I realized she found me online. So before, it was like, okay, because that's who you really are. That's the thing. Your true character is the person that cancels on people last minute because you don't care. You're a social climber. Now that you see I have a name online, you want to align with me to social climb. I don't allow non-integrous men or women in my presence. Of course, right? So that hangout is never going to happen. So again, when you're private, this gives you the upper hand to see the true character of people. It is, but the problem with a lot of women, especially, women are so obsessed with attaching themselves to people that it's impossible for them to be private. They just don't know how to do it for some reason. Women will truly see the power of privacy when you are dating and you don't tell men anything about you. You start to see the confusion in their faces because without knowing intimate details about you early on, it's very difficult to cosplay into what they think you would like. That's number one. Number two, it's really hard for women to classify a woman who's private. Women are obsessed with lumping themselves in with other women. They want to feel like you guys are similar. Women don't like differences. They don't like to feel less than another woman. They don't like to feel inferior to another woman. So they're constantly looking for commonalities between you and them so they can attach themselves to you via those similarities. Women have an obsession with finding out a lot of information about a woman because their goal is to find categories where they can consider themselves and you the same. Okay, they want to feel like you're the same. Okay, so when a woman is private, and men, you can apply this to you as well. When a woman is private, it really has a negative effect on people in many ways. One, people cannot perform for you because people's performances are usually based on the information that you have shared with them. Okay. Secondly, people cannot place you in some type of box. The reason why women do that probing thing, so again, I observe women a lot in their behaviors. I observe men in their behaviors. And here's a simple experiment you ladies and gentlemen can do. Pay attention to your Uber drivers. Yes, what does an Uber driver have to do with this, Mel? When you have a woman that is your Uber driver, she's going to talk the whole ride, right? She's going to talk the whole ride. She's going to ask you a lot of questions. Oh, where do you live? Do you usually live here? Are you close by? Are you from Georgia originally? Are you from Texas? Are you originally from New York? Okay. Do you have kids? Like, women are going to start that probing thing that I keep telling women to stop because it's awkward and it's invasive, it's intrusive, and it makes the other party feel uncomfortable. But they're going to probe you in that manner. Now, for men, you'll notice if you have a male Uber driver, they're not going to talk to you the entire ride. They'll say, hey, how you doing? That's it. And then they're going to blow up their Chief Keef or their Gucci Mane or their classical music, whatever it is, or their podcast. They're not talking to you for the whole ride. Now, why would a private woman trigger women so badly? Because women need to categorize you. They need to put you in a mental category. Because a lot of times women think in absolutes, right? Women think in extremes. That's why women will say, oh, my messages contradict one another. Women will say my messages are contradictory, or my messages contradict my other messages. And the reason why women feel that way is because they think in absolutes. Life is not in absolutes. Two things are true at the same time. I'm in the 3D and at the 4D, in the 4D simultaneously. There's another realm right now, as I'm speaking. There is an invisible realm that me and you can't really see, but it's happening simultaneously. So we are here and our spirits are there at the same time. So if you think in absolutes, yes, you will think I'm a walking contradiction. Life is a contradiction. So, with that being said, women are trying to classify you. Women at your job, women in your family, because women are hyper competitive. They just lie about it. They're hyper competitive. So when they encounter another woman, they want to know, okay, is she married? Is she not married? Does she have kids? Does she not have kids? What does she drive? What does she do for work? Does she have a boyfriend? Who does she hang out with? What does she do for fun? What's her nationality? Did she come from a 2-parent household? Women want to know every piece of information about you down to your blood type. They want to know that too. And they're going to compare your blood type to their blood type. They want to know everything. And it doesn't stem from being communal. No, it doesn't. It doesn't stem from that. That is the positive way of putting it. It doesn't stem from being communal. It stems from being competitive. It stems from an unhealthy competitiveness and desire to classify another woman, to decide, are you going to son her, or are you going to compete with her, or are you going to replicate her? It has nothing to do with community. Okay, it has to do with those three things, okay? Because in reality, to build community, you're going to understand that you're not going to get to know somebody in one setting. It's impossible. It takes a long time to get to know people. And getting to know people, if you're a person with good character, and if you're a person that has good intentions for the other person you're getting ready to know, you don't want to know everything about them in one setting. You want to get to know them layer by layer, and you want them to take their time to open up to you. You don't want to be forceful. But if somebody is trying to get to know you with bad intentions, they're trying to get to know you quickly, and your privacy will always be viewed as an insult to them.
You have to be willing to weaponize your masculinity as a woman. Masculinity is not bad. Masculine energy is not bad. I don't know why people keep saying that. Masculine energy is the ability to reach a goal. Masculinity is what? Goal-oriented, structurally, orderly, being able to show up on time's precision, logic, rationality. Nothing about that is bad. So with the October spooky season coming around and holiday season, make sure you guys are okay being the villain. Yes, villainhood is a real thing, and that's what this class is going to talk about. We are going to speak on the characteristic traits and approaches you have to take when you are no longer living your life to be accepted and validated by people while accepting their bad behavior. Sometimes being the protector in your book looks like being a villain in another person's book. It's all a psychological mind game. If you don't choose yourself, if you don't choose your happiness, if you are not unapologetically you and winning without feeling apologetic about it, guess what? People are going to view you as a villain. But if you already walk in villainhood, it doesn't matter. Okay, so this is going to be a good class, especially in conjunction with weaponizing your masculinity. You have to get comfortable with being viewed as a villain. You need a strong mental mind to accept people villainizing you because you are being and doing your best.